go in 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome, everybody. My name is Jay Rosenthal. I'm the managing director and the co-founder of Cultivated Media, and this is Cultivated Live for Tuesday, October 28th, 2025, also known as the day after a very long baseball game here. Well, the game wasn't here in Toronto, but Toronto was certainly playing in the World Series. Michael Barenboym, he is the CEO of Weedgets. He's joining us here today. Michael, thanks for being here.
Jay, thank you so much for having me on your show. It's a pleasure. Glad to be here.
Well, I don't love when it's getting chilly here in Toronto to look over people's shoulders and see palm trees. That is a real background. Those are real palm trees. It's real sunshine. You are not in Toronto.
I am not in Toronto, and sorry for ruining your day a little bit, but this has been my dream for a long time. I grew up in Boston, went to university in Boston, and I spent over 35 plus years there. And I think finally I'm exactly where I want to be. I don't like the snow anymore, although my background is I'm officially immigrated from Soviet Union. Back then it was still called that way in 1980s. And happy to be here and spend my entire career in the medical device field.
That's what I actually want to. I want to start there. Well, I want to start there. You've gone from maybe coldest in the Soviet Union, cold in Boston. Now you are in Florida, where that word is like a 4-letter word. But give a little bit of background about yourself, because Weedgets, as sort of people who have sort of been following and check out the links that we sent in our newsletter, positions itself around healthier smoking. But what inspired you to take on that challenge, sort of in your personal and professional background, that influences the company's approach to cannabis consumption? I think it's a pretty unique background.
Yes, I've studied mechanical engineering and biomedical engineering from Northeastern University and the university in Moscow back then, before we immigrated. And it just happened that I spent my entire career developing medical devices and life-saving technologies. I think I have over 100 patented technologies in the medical device field alone. And we still do that work. I have a bigger company that's we design and develop medical devices for big top 100 companies in medical device field, and launched a few other companies. So I spent my entire career trying to help people to live better, to live healthier, and it's an extremely rewarding career because I've seen people being alive and doing better because of things that I've done with my group. And that is extremely rewarding as a human being to receive that feedback from people. So Weedgets is kind of a logical continuation to what I've done my entire career, because I'm a vivid smoker myself, despite the fact that people think that you cannot be an executive and still consume cannabis, which is absolutely not true. It actually inspired me to do a lot of things, and I came up with a lot of very interesting ideas on how to solve problems while I was enjoying cannabis at night. So you can select yourself what you want to choose. If you wanted to be productive, you can be productive, or if you wanted to sit on the couch, and you can do that as well. So I've chose otherwise. So I've designed and developed so many different technologies, and we just came to the table when my kids unfortunately started smoking early. In high school, like a lot of kids, and I know that prohibition doesn't work. And instead of prohibiting them, constant conversations with kids about how bad it is for your lungs and for your pathways. And I've done the next best thing. I said, okay, then I'm going to design something that you guys going to use, and it's going to be a lot safer. So the company started with the notion of, again, helping my own kids. And all of a sudden, the idea took off. All my friends and we started selling on Amazon the first product, and all of a sudden it took off, and people started appreciating it. So I said, well, let me look into this industry a little bit more. And I thought that this is a wonderful industry at ground zero, because so far products were designed by people who smoke themselves, and not highly professional people in the design industry. And I said, okay, I'm going to take every segment of this industry with joints, pre-rolls, pipes, one heaters, bubblers, and we're going to design something better for people. And we made a focus specifically on a healthier inhalations. And in order to do that, you need two things. You need to reduce the smoke temperature and to filter it. And that's how the widgets became a thing. And all of a sudden, a few years later, we're doing really well, and we are helping people around the world.
I love the sort of combination of your background, sort of medical device innovation and sort of your love of cannabis, certainly, and then the sort of add the kids to the components. But what strikes me when you're on your website, and certainly I encourage people to check it out, there's links about how to find it. Like, the products look and I think feel different from traditional sort of smoking accessories. Give us a walk through some of the key innovations, like you talked about lowering the temperature of the smoke and filtering. Give us some of the key innovations that make your devices safer or more enjoyable or different from what's on the market, aside from how they look, because they do look different too.
Yeah, I think it's a slightly different approach from a professional standpoint, where we start to design a product. We make a list of things that we want to change, the problems. It's basically, people cough, we need to address that. We need to design something that will do a drastic cough reduction. You probably still cannot eliminate it 100% because everybody's lungs are different, but you put a description of things that you want to fix, not how you want the products to look like first and to feel in your hands, which is also very important. But we focus on solving biggest problems first, and then we focus on the next level of problems, like usability, cleanability, how easy it is to clean, and how easy and when you look at the existing products on the market, they lack of it seems like we are the only company in the United States primarily focusing on a healthy inhalations, trying to reduce the smoke temperature and to filter it. Compared to, I know people like to use vaporizers simply because the burn temperature is different. But unfortunately, when the burning chamber is so close to your mouth and you're still trying to inhale it, you're inhaling it the same. It's still at those temperatures exceeding 200 degrees Fahrenheit, which is obviously not a combustionable temperature, but it's still very hot. It's like going into hot hammam. Or sauna. People still cough because your air pathways and your lungs don't like heat, and that's the reason they're trying to get rid of your smoke or air, which is hot, and that's the reason why we cough, contraction of your air pathways. So when we look at it, we're trying to solve problems, and when we solve the problems, we go through the list, and before we finish the last problem, we will not release the product. So that's why our products look quite different from existing products, because we focus on something different. We don't just focus on the colors, on how it looks, the materials. We focus on solving the problems, and it seemed to work very well for us.
And if you were to say, sort of wave a magic wand, every patient or everybody who loves to smoke, from a pipe or rope pre-rolls, like, what does the ideal customer look like? Or is it a patient, or is it both? Like, who enjoys Weedgets the most, and who do we try to reach with the product more?
Well, if I can put it in one sentence, I think it's everybody who's a health conscious oriented, people who I think we have potentially every single person who doesn't like to cough as much is a potential customer. That's the reason why we started doing it, because your temperature reduction directly corresponds to drastic cough reduction. These are and we do both to medical patients. We have a lot of customers who are over 60, 70 years old, people whose lungs, deteriorate and develop illnesses like COPD, congestive obstructive pulmonary disease, asthma, and people are still able to smoke our devices because we provide that drastic cough reduction. With some of our products, the temperature is in around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the same as a hot summer day. So when people inhale,
like South Florida.
Yeah, exactly. They don't feel, they're like, did I inhale or not? And all of a sudden they exhale a full amount of smoke, and they look very surprised. We have a lot of videos from the shows that people try to do that, and then they are in complete disbelief. But it's possible. But what's more interesting, that our products don't use just filters. We use also physics to help reduce the smoke temperature and filter it, simply passing the smoke through a longer path, tortuous path, where the velocity of the smoke, which is gas, reduces it and the heavy particles subside. And also, as it travels a very long distance on a very short linear distance, the temperature drops drastically. But we also try to educate people how to use it properly, because once we get used to one way of smoking, people don't realize there are much better ways of smoking, and you will not lose your THC, you will not lose your pleasure. All you're getting rid of this drastic cough, and you're actually starting to taste terpenes a lot better because your smoke is cleaner. You don't expect the pipe last cherry to hit the back of your throat and burn it, and thus your mind is open and you're starting to feel the taste different. This is what people are reporting.
And give us a walkthrough of the sort of full range suite of products that are Weedgets, because it's not just one or the other. Like you have a full suite of products. Give a sense to folks who may not have seen, and we'll put a link, but like give a sense of sort of the full suite of Weedgets products available.
Yes, from anything that you smoke now, even without our products, you can add, we started the company from a simple filter tip that you can apply to joints, pre-rolls, small pipes, medium pipes, large pipes. We have 4 different sizes, even vapes, because people still cough when they vaping. So it's obvious that you still need to reduce temperature a little bit. So people buying those filter tips, and we've sold millions of them. And they're extremely happy because it drastically reduces the cough. It eliminates that Scooby snacks, we call them, little unburned particles or tar or resin that gets in your tongue. So you keep your mouth very, very clean. It's much cleaner smoke as well. So then we started attacking the pipes, and we developed an amazing pipe called Maze X. Now I think it's very popular around the world. People buying them for all their friends and family because it does drastic cough reduction, simply because it reduces the smoke temperature and it filters. And we don't just develop products, it's the whole system. The whole system, it's a waterless filtration technology where we filter the smoke without water. And we explain how we do it. We have a YouTube channel, we have explanations on our website. And we actually even allow people to try our filter tips for free, so they can use them with their joints or pre-rolls. But we also developed a very interesting product. We developed a charcoal filter that can be used with any of our products. So we're not talking about just simple filtration. We're talking about filtration that can be doubled, tripled, quadrupled, 5-time filtration if some people want. Because again, we focus on all the people. We focus on the people, different range, from younger age, where they actually don't care if they cough or not, but still filtration is much better, all the way to we have some people over 80 years old that cannot inhale, but they have to because it helps them with their medical conditions. It reduces their pain, and that's why they're forced to do it. And they really like our products because it allows them to inhale at a much lower temperature, and it allows them to enjoy and get their medicine without drastic coughs.
I like the sound of that. And I want to think about what's in the future, right? Because you talked about sort of constant innovation. It's certainly in your DNA from early days to now and beyond. What do you think Weedgets' role is going to be in the future sort of innovation of cannabis consumption? Is it like you're going to keep plugging away on lowering the temperature and filtration and putting it in more and more types of products? Like, is that the future that you see? And how soon do you think this sort of explodes on the sort of other products on the market too, where like these two sort of key components of lowering the temperature of the smoke and filtration, like what's holding it back from the rest of the industry? Like from folks sort of saying, this, like, is it consumer demand that is going to push this further?
I think it's coming. People do not realize yet. The companies do not realize the value. We focus on value. So for us, and you got to ask yourself a question: what is the most valuable to you as a human being? And the answer is obvious. It's your own health. So this is where our value. We have a different value proposition. So I think the other companies will start catching up. There are a couple of other companies we know that they also trying to address this issue. But for us, this is the primary focus on making it healthier for people. We take every segment of the market because cannabis gear market is segmented. And from pipes to joints, pre-rolls. Now we just released our amazing X7 one heater that also allows you to use charcoal filters, but also it allows you to be on the go without constantly cleaning the one heater, because we developed a completely different system. So we are proposing a different approach to every segment of the market. Like for instance, with one heater, we approach with preloaded pods at home. You can do everything at home without even touching the flower, the way we've designed it, that you absorb cannabis flower directly from the grinder. And you can load your case and be on the go. And instead of cleaning your one heater, you just simply replace the pods by using your pipe, your own pipe, again, without touching anything with your fingers. And when you get home, again, without touching it, you can clean it by putting it in this Ziploc bag and clean it at home and reload it at home for the go. So those kind of things are very, very important for people. And also cleanability, like the pipes. You take any glass pipes, how do you clean inside? You have to constantly shake it. So the way we approached it is we designed a pipe that can be disassembled within few seconds, and all components can be dropped inside Ziploc bag with isopropyl alcohol for 15 minutes and then washed under the hot running water. But it becomes simpler. So that's how we design the products. And this is how we see the future. We're going to go into bubblers. We're going to go into bongs. We're going to go into other segments like vaporization products, helping them to reduce the temperature. And that's how the company is going to evolve. And we try to make it. We are the first company that's officially endorsed by a medical association in America for combustionable products. Nobody wants to endorse combustionable products. We are the first company to be officially endorsed by Cannabis Association, Medical Cannabis Nurse Association in the United States. We also the only company that makes pre-roll combs with real charcoal filter. And when you smoke those, it's like comparing. There's no comparison. The smoke is so smooth. It's so pleasant. This becomes a true pleasure now to consume cannabis. You no longer focus on coughing, you focus on pleasure. So, and that's what allows us to win every time.
Well, I do a lot of these interviews, Michael, and it's rare. I don't think I've done probably hundreds of them that I actually just want to pick up the product and start smoking right away, especially at 10, 17 in the morning. But this conversation has me ready to go. Michael, I appreciate your time this morning. I appreciate the innovation, the research, and the mission of what you're doing at Weedgets. We look forward to having you on again, and thank you for your partnership as well with Cultivated. And keep up the good work. And we'll put links about how to find you, how to find Weedgets, where to find Weedgets as well, as we post this as well. So thanks so much for your time this morning.
Thank you, Jay. It was a pleasure being here.
Great. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.